It's my pleasure to be standing here with Dr. Michael Klaper from the True North Health Center here in California. Over 18 years ago, I saw a video of Dr. Klaper's, and he was talking about plant-based diet and nutrition and how we didn't need animal products. And you know, this is pre-internet. It was a long time ago, right? And it really inspired me, and it really, you know, taught me that I didn't need to be eating the animal products. And I came vegan quickly after that, and here I am, you know, 21 years later, and just loving it. So thank you for that. Thank you. So today, let's deal with the protein question, the big protein question, because that question is so often the question that you get, that I get, that everybody gets. Where is your protein coming from? So, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Where's protein coming from? Well, when you think of the biggest animals on the planet, elephants and buffalo, giraffes, these huge mammals, they don't eat meat. Where do they get the protein? It grows out of the ground. Plants are full of protein, and that's where these animals get it, and that's where we can get it as well. There are many foods in the plant kingdom that are especially rich in protein. All the legumes family, anything in a pod, peas and beans and chickpeas and lentils, full of protein. Whole grains are full of protein. Green vegetables have it. If you are getting enough calories, if you're getting your 2,000 calories based on whole foods, we're not talking about processed sugary snacks, we're talking about whole foods as they grow out of the ground. But you're eating lots of corn and beans and whole grains and fruits and vegetables, you get your 1,800, 2,000 calories, you are going to be getting your 40 to 50, 60 grams of protein. You can't help it. It's in the grains, it's in the beans, it's in the lentils. You eat enough calories, you will get enough protein. Protein deficiency really is not an issue on a vegan diet or vegetarian diet. People use it as a shorthand if they're not doing well. They say, oh, I'm not getting enough protein. But really, it isn't actually the protein. There's plenty of amino acids, plenty of protein in a vegan diet. The Americans eat too much protein. All these concentrated meats and dairy products will actually injure your arteries, injure your kidneys, takes calcium out of your bones. We eat too much protein. Protein really isn't an issue. But again, you got to eat whole foods. You can't live on soft drinks and candy, and just because they're vegan, think that you're getting enough. It's got to be whole foods. Food as grown is a nice phrase. Corn should look like corn on the cob. Corn chips don't look like corn. Okay? Well, potatoes are one thing. Potato chips don't look like potatoes. Eat food as it grew, and if you eat enough calories, you're going to get enough protein. It really isn't an issue.
Have you ever met anybody with a protein deficiency?
In 40 years of medicine, I've never met anyone with a protein deficiency. I've seen pictures of children in Africa with kwashiorkor, which is a true protein deficiency, but these children are starving to death. They don't have enough protein, they don't have calories, they don't have fat, they're starving to death. In America, you don't see kwashiorkor. It really is not an issue.
So, what are the pitfalls of a plant-based diet and how to avoid those pitfalls?
If you are someone going to be fully adopting a plant-based diet, there are some things you've got to do properly. It's not a matter of just eating snack foods and soft drinks and think you're going to be healthy. The guidelines for a healthy plant-based diet. One, again, eat whole foods. Don't just live on veggie burgers and protein shakes. Eat food as grown. Have fruit and oatmeal for breakfast. Lunches and dinners should be based around salads and soups and steamed greens and lentil stews and bean burritos. Eat real food. Second, you've got to chew that food up. The old saying, you are what you eat, not true. You are what you absorb. And we're in such a hurry, shoveling that food down 2 chews, and it goes down. If you don't take the time to break up those cell walls, that contain the nutritional goodies in the food, it passes through you unabsorbed. Nature gave us 32 of the best juicers on the planet, 16 in our upper jaw, 16 in our lower jaw. The invitation is to use them. Admit your mother was right, put the fork down and chew the food to a cream. Make broccoli puree in your mouth before you swallow it. You get a lot more nutrition out of the food that you eat. Third, you cannot ignore vitamin B12. It's serious. The natural vitamin B sources, the stream water we used to drink from, the soil on the vegetables that we used to pull carrots out of the ground, eat them, those are gone. So for the vegan, you've got to have some source of vitamin B12, 1,000 micrograms in your diet once a week. either in a supplement or fortified foods, but don't forget vitamin B12, don't neglect it. I've seen too many vegans with B12 deficiencies that have injured their nerves, so don't ignore that. And we need some iodine, and take a couple of pieces of sea vegetables, nori or wakame, once or twice a week. Don't overdose on the iodine, more is not better. And DHA, long-chain fatty acids. Have a handful of walnuts every day, or a tablespoon of ground flax seeds, and that ought to cover your fatty acid needs. So if you just do these things, eat whole foods, chew them up really well, don't neglect your B12, and have some seaweed and some walnuts, you should have no problem on a plant-based diet. You wind up lean and healthy and stay out of doctor's offices, which is a good thing to do. Let me tell you, I know, as one who knows, know your doctor's a friend, not as a professional, if you can possibly avoid it. And a good plant-based diet will help you do that.